welcome back to a new hosting vlog. I am so excited for this month's dinner party. It is gonna be a whimsical wonderland, and this is my fall dinner party. And I really just wanted to do something that felt really playful, not too on the nose with a typical like Halloween or Thanksgiving. I just wanted it to feel like its own little event. So I am gonna be building an arch with tree branches today. Hopefully it looks good. I have a beautiful tablescape that is very much out of my comfort zone, but I'm very excited for. So I'm really trying to like amp things up, challenge myself in new ways, and I think that this dinner party is gonna be a great start. I feel like I've already changed so much since the last dinner party, you guys. I have hair extensions, the bob is gone, but maybe not for long. And then I got engaged, which is crazy. So yeah, new era. I'm excited to plan this one and show you guys the whole process of it. So let's get to planning. Okay, so like I said, today we are gonna attempt to build a tree arch. So let me show you. This is the area that I'm thinking of having a little arch of branches wrapping around so that when we're sitting at the table, it really feels like we are encapsulated in a fall wonderland. I picked up some branches, which is very exciting. Not gonna lie, I think I might have a bit much here, might have gone a little bit overboard, but better to have too many than too little when it comes around to a dinner party. So we are gonna start by unpacking all of this, and then I think I'm gonna start by like holding things up, seeing what the height is like in here. Pray for me. Okay guys, it is like 3 or 4 hours later, and as you can see, we decided not to do the arch just because it was gonna be a lot of work and something that we were gonna be trying for the first time, and I just feel like I didn't want to wing it. So this is what we ended up doing with all of the branches. The arch just felt like it was gonna be a little too much to tackle, and I kind of love how this turned out anyway. So we're going for more of a forest feel. All of these branches are secured in their vase with a little bit of florist tape. We have some shorter ones over here, and then this moment is my favorite, just touching the ceiling like that. This guy over here, I'm gonna pop onto these books so that it also reaches up and touches the ceiling. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna secure it because it's a little delicate. Hello. And then I think I might add some branches above the mirror as well to try and just make the story of the branches cover this entire area. But how cute is it gonna be when all the girls get here and they're taking their little pictures in this mirror and we're eating and we're just surrounded. I think it's gonna be really, really magical. So our mission for today is go to the flower market and prep all of the food, which is gonna be a big feat, but I'm very excited. I feel like the day before a dinner party, by the way, it's Friday, tomorrow's the dinner party. I always get like a random burst of energy and adrenaline and excitement, and it's so rewarding to see everything come together. So yeah, I'm not gonna give you guys my normal outfit video in the mirror because it's just a little preoccupied over here and I need to move the table and everything, but let's head out to the flower market. Okay guys, so we are on our way. I want to chat with you about the theme for the florals. So these are kind of the inspo photos that I pulled originally. So a lot of like pink, yellow, purple, But now I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to lean into more red tones, kind of to match the branches that I have at home. Or potentially I was thinking about just sticking to purple and green so that it blends really nicely on the tablescape. I don't know, we're gonna have to see. I feel like usually when I go there, I will see a flower or something that really speaks to me, and then I'm able to really build around that. And then I'm also gonna see if I can find any interesting gourds or pumpkins. So I personally don't love decor that feels too on the nose, too kitschy. So I didn't want to do any like outright pumpkins, but if I could find some that are really interesting and beautiful, different tones, I might try to weave some of those into the tablescape as well. But yeah, the goal for this is I don't want it to feel too seasonal. So we'll see what I find. And I'm almost there. Hey, we are here. There are so many vendors on the street. There's probably like 30 different shops. And I just went into one. I think I pulled some really great purple hydrangeas. I'm gonna go back after to pay for them and I'll show you guys. And that shop has more of like branches and kind of more sculptural things. And then the next shop I'm gonna go to is more so just flowers. Okay guys, I'm in the car. I got all of my flowers. It is a boatload, so it's gonna be a lot of work when I get home to undo them, arrange them and everything. Typically it takes me about 2 to 3 hours to do all of the flowers. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but really exciting. I love all of the colors that I chose. I ended up leaning into more purple and green. I did get a little pop of yellow and a little pop of white, but I kind of feel like the branches in the apartment are a lot, so I didn't want the florals to be too much of a pop, so yeah. Okay ladies, I am back home. I just had a smash burger for lunch from 7th Street Burger, extra pickles, extra cheese, and now I feel ready to tackle all of these flowers, so let's get started on it.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what you're saying.
Good morning, ladies. I literally am so puffy. I look horrible this morning, but it is the morning of my dinner party and I feel like the worst vlogger. Yesterday, I literally did so much, but I was just in such a rush. And honestly, you guys, this week I had an editorial shoot on Monday. I had a dinner on Monday night. Tuesday, I had a dinner and a daytime event. Wednesday, I had a dinner. Thursday I had a dinner, and I mean, it's just been crazy. I went to the Victoria's Secret show. I did a dinner with Jimmy Choo, which like are all insane, amazing opportunities. Like this has just been such a dream come true this whole week. But but it's just made me a little bit slow on YouTube because I've just had so many other things going on. But I feel like today I'll really be able to focus on shooting for you guys. It's Saturday, it's the day of my dinner, and I won't have any emails coming through or anything like that. So I'm really gonna try and pick this camera up and chat with you guys through the entire day. Just to recap you on yesterday, I put the tablecloth on, I sprayed it with a bit of water to try and get out all of the wrinkles. I finished up all the florals, let me show you. Okay, so this is the large arrangement for the coffee table, and I love it. I love all of these colors together. I'm obsessed with these green roses. I just feel like these bring such a nice dimension to the green in this without being another leafy plant. And then over here, this is the arrangement that I built for the Tablescape. So the only thing I wish for this is that I had more deep purple shades. But I think I didn't want it to be too busy. I think you guys will see once the table comes together that there's a lot going on already on the Tablescape, so I wanted this to be relatively tonal. And then over here, I have all of my tiny arrangements. I'm gonna link these vases for you guys because these are the perfect vases for little tiny table arrangements. And these are great because you can put them into your bathroom, you can put them next to your little cocktail champagne setup, and it's just gonna add a little extra bit of color without being a giant arrangement. And then I have this trailing green flower. I don't know what this is called, but I need to figure it out. But two of these will go on the Tablescape. So the piece that trails out of it will kind of be a part of that shape of the Tablescape. I also built all of these party favors for everyone. I am gonna share a TikTok about how I did this, but essentially I put in a bit of orange, some cinnamon sticks, and some clove so that people can make their own simmer pots. So this is how it looks on the inside. So you have dried orange, you have cinnamon sticks, star anise, so people can just pop on a pot of water, drop these in, and have their apartment or their house smelling yummy and delicious. I've also been trialing the table setting, and I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna fold all of the napkins into a rose. This one looks a little bit crazy, but I have this prepped here as a reference. And then I wanted to show you over here, I have like basically everything that I need all laid out in the quantities that I need. I have my candlesticks and everything. And then one thing that I always do, you guys do not judge my handwriting, is I always like to map out what is gonna go where. So this we're gonna use for the cheese board and the cured meats and grapes and everything, and then we're gonna do a baked brie in the center. And then even here I have like these tiny cakes are labeled for dessert. This is where I'm gonna put my little apple pops that I'm making. And I find having everything prepped like that just makes it so easy on the day of, because it is kind of like a mental load thing. And I think that's the perfect way to describe the stress that comes with hosting, especially on the day of, is like when you're just trying to remember everything, that's what makes you really stressed and overwhelmed. So if you have everything kind of mapped out, I did this honestly on Monday, so this has kind of just been sitting here, and today I just feel so much lighter knowing that like I have all of the serveware accounted for. So anyway, we're gonna head to the farmer's market. I need to pick up some fresh bread, maybe some edible flowers. I'm gonna take you with me, and then we'll come home and we'll get ready and we will start the prep. You guys, I'm so out of shape. Oh my god, okay, so we're at the park. And it's so nice because all the leaves have really started to change. I haven't been able to do a lot of fall stuff yet, but I'm hoping once this whole dinner party is done, I'm gonna try and plan the ultimate fall weekend. I'm literally out of breath. The crisp air on my face feels so good right now. I'm really hoping that it helps me depuff. Hey there, can I do 2 of the classic Pullman and 2 of the classic Petard? Alright guys, the bread is secured. I'm very excited that I was able to get my hands on it and that it wasn't sold out. Okay girls, we made it back. I am so tired today. I'm going to wash my hands. I was up last night, I'm not joking you, until 2 a.m. doing every last thing. I had to prep a giant batch of ice cream for the desserts, which just always ends up taking longer than you think it will. Then I had to do my 18 million step skincare routine. This is the bread I got. It is the best bread. It is made by this little bakery called She Wolf. And it's a sourdough. It's light, it's airy, but it has a lot of depth of flavor. And I feel like when you have a dinner party, a great thing that I think every host should do is have bread on hand. Because the worst thing that can happen is you don't have enough food. And if you can just hand out a little bread basket with your mains, people will love it. They will not notice that they're hungry or that you didn't have enough food if you can feed them some really great sourdough, delicious bread with some great butter. So that's why I got this as a backup, but I don't think we'll have that problem today. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this all in the fridge and then I'm gonna turn myself into a beauty queen. So this is my dress. It is from Ula Johnson and it is an A-line. It's really beautiful. It's this very interesting, different fabric. I'm trying to challenge myself to go outside of my comfort zone a little bit, so I feel proud. And then I just paired it with these beautiful yellow Manolo Blahnik Mizales that I got at the sample sale. So yeah, I really, really love this dress. It's something different for me, but I feel really beautiful in it. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm about to start laying the table and then I will get into the food. So the tablescape has all come together. I'm gonna show it to you. This might be my favorite tablescape I've ever done. So this is what the room is looking like, and oh my God, this is so magical. I am so glad I trusted my gut and actually went for the branches. I was kind of like, I don't want to be extra, but I really think it feels so immersive. And I mean, look at this table setting. So let me give you guys the rundown. So underneath each plate, you have a little deer placemat that's so beautiful. I sourced those on Anthropology. I'll link those out for you guys. And then I have my white plates. You guys know I always use these for all my dinner parties. And it was nice that I got to mix in these old plates with these new plates. These are from Zara Home. This one was $5. So if you're looking to start your tableware collection, this could be a good place to start. They also have it in green and I believe in pink. And then everyone got a little name card. These I found on Minted, which I didn't realize, but they have this whole page where you can sort through a million different name cards with all these different designs. You can put in the name of all your guests, order your quantity, and they come and they're so beautiful. And then everyone has their little keepsake. So in here is a little orange and a cinnamon and a bit of star anise. And I sourced these little pouches on Etsy. I'm gonna link these for you guys. You can kind of see on the inside, it's so hard to open with one hand, but I have all these little bits so that they can make their own simmer pot when they get home if they want. I also have these little cute figurine candles. These are beeswax candles, and I spent a lot of time trying to source things like this for the tablescape, and I think it really paid off. So I also have this cute little perched bird, and I think these burn for 48 hours, so they last a long time. Not that I would want to burn my little birdie friend. And then each place setting has a little mushroom knife rest, which, you guys, I bought these like 3 years ago. I had no idea what I would ever use them for, but I knew that they were so, so cute. And literally yesterday, I remembered that I had them and I was like, I need to pull these out for the dinner. You can see there's like all different types of mushrooms, and I think it just adds perfectly to the whimsical feel. The napkins that I'm using, these I sourced also, I think, from Anthropology. They're beautiful. I wrapped them into a nice little rose shape. And then I've just layered in the tablescape with these pieces of fruit. If you're interested in doing this at home, it is literally so easy. You buy the fruit, of course, and then I would recommend placing your florals first, then going in and layering the fruit. The grapes are really great because they give that sort of like tapered feel. And then I fill in the gaps with smaller things like figs. These are a great pop of color. And then I go in and place my candles once I'm all done with all of that. For my candles, I did these really beautiful stick-shaped candles. I sourced these from this really cute store, upstate Connecticut. They're gorgeous, stunning. And then we have the brass candlesticks. So I'm really, really happy with how this all came together. I can't wait to light all the candles when everyone arrives. And yeah.
But I believe in what we have.